Hi, I'm Rebecca with K4 Connect. Welcome to part 3 of our 5-part video series on writing an integration for FusionOS. Today, we're going to walk you through the process of building an integration.
Let's talk about what you'll need in order to follow these steps. First, you'll need a code editor. We recommend Visual Studio Code with the appropriate runtime plugin enabled. You'll also need the FusionOS CLI tool and about 15 minutes.
You can find links to Visual Studio Code, the supported runtime plugins, and the FusionOS CLI tool in the links section below this video.
First, you'll need to create a file called implementation.json in the root of your project directory. You'll notice a few things about our implementation. The cron schedule is set up to fire every minute. The main entry point to the integration is the Hello World class. We also added an item to inputs. We aren't creating or receiving any events in this example, but we need at least one to be a valid integration. And finally, our integration doesn't need any credentials or configuration at this time. Now it's time to create the main source file. For example, if you're using the Java runtime, create a file, helloworld.java, in a main/java directory in your project. Please note, each runtime has a specific directory structure. Examples of each are provided in the Hello World zip file. Let's look at a few things. We created a new class that extends the Fusion SDK integration class, which is the base class of every integration. In our configure method, we return a map of entry point names to the handler functions that will be called. In this example, we receive the minute cron message that we set up in our implementation file above and run our code every minute. Next, you'll need to log into the Sandbox developer dashboard and create a new integration. Instructions for how to do this can be found at the link below. You'll need an email and a password to sign into the Sandbox. Then, use the CLI tool to find the integration ID of your new integration. Using the CLI tool, upload the integration to the integration ID you received in the previous step. Run the command in the same directory you saved implementation.json and main/java/helloworld.java. Before the integration will run, we need to enable it on your account. First, return to the Sandbox developer dashboard, and on the Configure tab, click the plus button in the bottom right corner. Under Development, you will see your integration. Select it and click the Install button. On the Configure screen, find the integration on the Inputs panel and click the Enable button. Using the CLI tool, connect to the integration and watch the live log output. You can also view historical logs by passing in a start and end date time. Please note, it can take a few minutes for the integration to deploy before the new logs will appear.
Now that we know the basics of how to build an integration, we can start adding more to it. Continue with this project in our next video, part 4, going further.